From Season 2 and onwards, every brand new season, players would be introduced to a whole new thing. The Battle Pass. Battle Passes every season would have brand new skins, emotes, you name it, it has everything a player could want. Claiming to have over 25,000 worth of V-Bucks in it, and only costing you around 1,000 V-Bucks. You know, a tier could be a skin, it could be a glider, it could be a loading screen. You know, there was something to have, and if you liked it or not, you know, it was still a good way to save money and get good looking skins, because normally a lot of love has been put into the skins within the Battle Pass. But there is one tier that needs to have the most love put into it. It is pretty much it is the statement. It is the reason why people want to have the Battle Pass. Tier 100. Tier 100 plays such an important role in the Battle Pass because it is meant to be the thing. It is meant to be the final tier that looks so good, so amazing, that's the reason why you continue to grind the Battle Pass and get to that tier so you can have that amazing skin. Tier 100 skin isn't good. People may not even finish the Battle Pass, they might not even buy it, you never even know. With that, I want to go over what it takes to be a tier 100 skin and review the past and of course our present tier 100 skin. Let's get into it. Now I know that Season 1 never had a Battle Pass, but I think we can say that the Renegade Raider was the closest thing to it. Season 1 had a thing where once you reach a certain level, you would unlock a brand new skin. You wouldn't get it, you would unlock the ability to buy it. And Renegade Raider was the top one. That was the one that was the final skin you could buy once you reached a certain level. I'm not sure what level it was. So I think we can say that if there is anything we can say is the closest thing to tier 100 in Season 1, it's the Renegade Raider. Now it's just a simple clean looking skin in my opinion. Some people don't like it. But of course it's not a tier 100 skin and it wasn't going to be the foundation for tier 100 skins. But I thought I should mention it anyway, you know. Now we have the first ever proper tier 100 skin in Fortnite, the Black Knight. If you have the Black Knight, I just want to say lucky you, man. I wish I had it, but I wasn't into the game that much in Season 2. I only got into it in Season 4. This skin was what built the foundation. This was the skin that put the statement on what tier 100 skins should be. They should look badass, amazing. They should look intimidating. They should look strong. They should just look like they're the most scariest but coolest skin in the Battle Pass. Nothing should top it. And it stayed like that for a little bit. Rate it. Probably it just looks awesome in its way. It's simple, but it's awesome. I would give this at least like a 9 out of 10. Up next within Season 3, we got the Reaper, aka within the community, obviously inspired by John Wick. Now there is an issue I have with this skin when I'm thinking about like what people thought of it back then, is that compared to the Black Knight, looking at it from here in the future compared to then, it doesn't get close to the Black Knight in my opinion. And you couldn't understand the badass, like how badass the skin was, unless you knew who John Wick was. And of course not everyone was going to know who John Wick was. But the skin did grow a reputation of having players that used it to be amazing builders. Now that stereotype didn't actually last that long. I think it lasted like mid-season 3 to mid-season 4, and then it kind of just died out. That was a good thing for the skin. That way it helped it build up a bit more. But looks wise, now that I'm thinking, like, I know it's John Wick and John Wick is a badass, but at the time I never knew. Like the time I first saw the skin, I never knew who John Wick was. And looks like compared to the Black Knight, who has just set the foundation, this skin to me just gets a 7 out of 10. Now I might be a bit biased here because I started in Season 4 and this was the first ever tier 100 skin that I knew of. This is Omega. First of all, awesome name by the way. Second of all, he just looks awesome. He looks badass. He's done everything that Black Knight has built up for tier 100 skins to be. And he's went a step further. He's like the Black Knight but futuristic if you really look at him in a certain way. It was also the first ever tier 100 skin to have colour variation, so you could change his neon colours to purple and green and all that jazz. He was quite bulky, but back then people didn't really care if a skin was getting in the way, you know, like people weren't that sweaty back then. And overall, look wise, and just also like through like the loading screens and all that, and the character development they do through them, this skin to me gets a solid 8.7 out of 10. Then we have Season 5 here, another great season for Fortnite in general. The Battle Pass was good. I would say the changes to the map, etc. were also very good with the desert area and all that. The tier 100 skin is Ragnarok. Now, the Ragnarok is, of course, a god that killed gods. Already an amazing name. And he looked absolutely sick. And when you got him to his final style, oh, he just looked amazing. But one issue people had was that at this point, people were getting try-hardy and people thought he was too bulky, too in the way. But he had also an amazing pickaxe. His pickaxe is a favourite of mine today. I still use it all the time. And he was just an amazing tier 100 skin. Really loved Ragnarok. This was the last tier 100 skin that was like pure, just amazing, that we would see for quite a while, honestly. I would give this skin an 8.2 out of 10. After multiple seasons of brilliant tier 100 skins that just made you always want to complete it, we got this. Dyer may look cool in this picture here, but trust me, he lacked so much compared to the rest of the tier 100 skins. He lacked so hard, and it was so disappointing to see this tier 100 skin. He starts off as just a regular human and he turns into this werewolf. I was thinking he was going to get much bigger. No, he just kind of stays like you see in this picture with some colour choice. Very lackluster tier 100 skin. I completed the battle pass. Now that I look back on it, season 6, season battle pass wasn't even that brilliant at all. And I give this skin a 5.5 out of 10. Up next, we have the Ice King. Last season was full of like controversy. It was insane with the planes and all that. But we're of course talking about the tier 100 skin Ice King. He was alright. He doesn't live up to Ragnarok, Omega, etc. But he was alright. He did have a tier 100 look to him. But I feel like they could have done so much more with this skin. He could have been something so much greater. And they really missed out on adding like much cooler effects. You could have made him look, though he was meant to look like a king, he could have looked like a god, but a king at the same time, of course. They could have added more cool effects to him to really show how powerful he is. Yeah, I feel like he was a missed opportunity, and I'm going to say 7.5 out of 10. Oh my god, this skin. Season 8 was a huge disappointment for the battle pass. It was a free battle pass, so expectations weren't fully high. This skin was obviously meant to be the secondary tier 1, but they wanted to have the first ever female tier 100, even though the skin was not prepared to be that. It was always meant to be the pirate, and even if the pirate was still just pretty meh in my opinion. Maybe because it's from like pirate style stuff. It is the worst tier 100 skin in all of Fortnite, and the whole community was in denial, saying, oh, there has to be more styles, we will be getting more styles to come, there's no way it's just going to be this. It was literally just, it was just that was the tier. There was nothing else. You got some colours, that was all you got for a tier 100 skin. 1 out of 10. Now looking back on compared to last season, this tier 100 is a bigger upgrade, but the issue was that Vendetta just looked like a B-Tech bootleg Omega, and personally his customization choices were not good looking, and the only time he started to look decently alright was when the overtime challenges near the end of the season came, and you got this nice just black and blue. It looked very nice like that, but an overtime challenge shouldn't be the reason why a skin ends up looking good. It should just look good. It's tier 100. It's meant to be the skin that everyone wants. But when you had, to be honest, I didn't like Season 9 at all. Season 9 is my least favourite season in Fortnite, and I hated the Battle Pass. I hated just what they were doing with the game, and just it was such a bad season. And I don't actually be talking about the season. The skin, not very original, very bland. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. And this brings us up to our present season, Ultimate Night. Now this season, I was just talking about originality, but this season's more of re-imaged and remade skins. You know, favorite skins within the community, made to look even better, which is just a cool idea in general. They picked a lot of good skins, except Yonder, by the way. Yonder will never be good no matter what you do to him. But Ultimate Night looks awesome in his silver and gold. I would say the red is definitely better fitted on the Red Knight. It looks better on a female body, and of course we've not seen the black variant, which shows up in the loading screen and all that. We've not seen the black variant of him yet, and once we get the black variant, which I think will just be his brand new style, you can of course go to like a Black Knight, like big strong Black Knight style, or you can get his new style. But I think the new style will be the only one with the black variant, and I think once we get the black variant, this skin is going to look awesome. I would say, since I expect there to be a black variant, if not then I'll be very disappointed, I would say this skin at least gets a 8 out of 10. I feel like this skin has revived the old tier 100 skins we used to know. You know, he looks strong, he looks badass, he looks awesome. He's revived what tier 100s are meant to be, and I hope that Epic use him as momentum and within the next few seasons continue to deliver good tier 100s, because we had a long streak of good, and then we had a long streak of bad, and now we're back to a good. And I'm hoping it's not just going to be good then bad again. I just hope it will stay consistent good. It is meant to be the tier, the skin that people grind the battle pass for, and when you're getting just a regular girl with some color changes, I just why would you want to finish that battle pass?